You can't die. Do not grieve. Soon I shall be one with the Matrix. Prime Ultra Magnus. It is to you, my old friend. I shall pass on the Matrix of leadership, just as it was passed to me. Prime, I am just a soldier. I'm not worthy, nor was I. But one day, an auto Prime, I really should not take it. One day, an Autobot shall rise from her ranks and use the power of the Matrix to light our darkest hour. Until that day, until all are one.
What the shit?
So, Prime, can I have it?
My name is Optimus Prime, and here is an awesome video review from Jesse. Now watch as he lights our darkest hour.
Welcome to another Transformers Combiner Wars review. This time we're looking at the very highly anticipated Leader Class Ultra Magnus figure. Now this is a figure I was really looking forward to, and once it was revealed to be their version of the IDW Ultra Magnus, which I personally really like the idea of, I could not wait to get my hands on this figure. For people that are not familiar with IDW version of Ultra Magnus, he is in the comics now. Ultra Magnus is technically dead, and Ultra Magnus is basically just like an armor that is secretly worn by these rare kind of Transformers that can have their bodies heavily augmented to wear this armor. And then IDW is worn by Minimus Ambus, which we'll get into this guy later. Granted, Minimus Ambus is not this small in the comics; he's much bigger, but he's still like an old warrior, bot that really wishes he could be a warrior. So they got the idea right. But first, let's take a look at the main cab here. Now this is like a perfect mismatch of G1 and comic book IDW Ultra Magnus. It's a little bit more Cybertron-esque looking, which I really like. I like the idea of Cybertronian vehicle modes. But you definitely do get the feel of it being a G1 inspired vehicle here. The cab looks really mean. I really do like the look of it. In the cab, speaking of which, it does turn. Oh, there we go. I didn't have it extended all the way. It does turn on an axis. It does not come off, unlike the Masterpiece Ultra Magnus cab. It's meant to stay there, and the fact that it does, can roll around and turn is really nice. The gun storage here on the sides look really good. I actually do like the way except for the handle on this part, I really do like the way that the guns look in vehicle mode. It just looks really nice. And the rocket storage here on the side, it looks nice, of course. Being very G1-esque. There's no way for Minimus Ambus to really pilot Ultra Magnus in vehicle mode. I mean, unless you like have him sit right here, something like that. But yeah, he cannot stay inside the cab all the time. Like how I was kind of thinking he could constantly be in there, but nope. At least in vehicle mode, he has to stay outside. And you can take off the guns if you really want. One thing I do wish is that the hubcaps had some silver paint on them. And there's a ton of detail On the side, got a little chippy there. On the side of the vehicle, got some ladders here. Got some piping going on here. All around, it just looks really, really nice. Got some nice silver paint on the cab. Red Autobot logo right here. Some sideways headlights. It just definitely some silver paint on the hubcaps would have really been nice. It's not even on the promo on the box art. It's not even advertised as having silver paint. So, but still, I think I might take a silver brush and go along on the wheels and paint them up. The ramp here can open here, so if you didn't see it, if you want, you can have Magnus go up in there, or you can have him just kind of hover it. This can lower a little bit to have any more cars drive up there, so it's very accurate to G1 and Masterpiece versions of Ultra Magnus. All around, this vehicle mode is great, and I really like it. I do wish they could have done something a little bit more with the feedback here. It's a little bit awkward, but it still looks good. Got some nice silver paint here. And all around, it's small, it's compact, but it's decently sized. Even the cab is a little bit small. It's about the size of a deluxe class figure, just a cab. But overall, this is definitely a nice, well-rounded vehicle mode for Ultra Magnus. Now, Magnus is about the size of a little Minicon. He still looks really good. He doesn't have wheels. He just kind of looks like a little hover car. He is really cool looking, although it is pretty inaccurate for him to be so small, but it's okay. Still did a nice job on this guy. Simple transformation, just fold out the hood, turn the figure around, go to the arms here, fold them down. And there he is in robot mode, and he looks really nice. Looks pretty accurate to the comic book version itself. Just has a ball joint here in the shoulder, like there. Ball joints in the hips, knees, and that's it. Really cool little guy. Could have used a little bit more paint detail, but it's not Takara Tomy. It's Hasbro, so can't really expect too much paint out of a guy like this. But on to the transformation for Magnus. To start the transformation, first things first, just going to take off the rest of these missiles here. Going to go around to the back here, detach the ramp, flip up the ramp and fold back these little sections, which will form the forearms. Go ahead and push in the arms the rest of the way. Fold the arms down like this. Very Masterpiece-esque, which I'm going to be doing a versus of between Masterpiece and Combiner Wars of this guy later on. Fold down the ramps. This piece, which fits in very snugly here, needs to come out. This will lift up like that. Bring down the legs like this, and this will fold up, and the feet will also come around like so. This will fold up around and form the back of the leg, and that's that. Do the same thing for this guy. Bring up the foot. Alright. And then cool little bit here with the trailer. This piece spins around like so, and pull it down, and then press the cab the rest of the way down like so. Open up the chest, and this piece folds up to become the head. Now let's just take a look at the inside of his chest here. It is really nicely detailed. Got a little seat there, got arms with joysticks for the little Magnus Ambus to pilot. Got some panels here in the front, and you know, just envision like if it's little monitors for him to be viewing outside of. Looks really nice. If you want to, you know, just ignore Magnus Ambus, you can just close it up. You know, and that's that. That's Ultra Magnus, but we gotta go all the way with this guy. You have the chest already open. Just take a little Magnus Ambus, and he will fit in there snugly, like so. Go ahead and close the front of the truck back up. I did not have him quite in right. Thanks. There. There you go. Close up the chest, and Ultra Magnus helmet goes over his head, and there you go. And for now, let's get into a really cool part later. We'll attach the rockets to the sides here, and there he is. Ultra Magnus in robot mode is a very impressive looking figure. He has amazing head sculpt, looks just like Generation 1 Ultra Magnus. The chest looks great also. The rest is very much inspired by IDW, especially the chest. I am not a fan of the Autobot logo right here though. I might get some rubbing alcohol or something to remove that. I'm not liking that much very bit. You know, the tops of his shoulders, very IDW. Pretty much everything else on this guy is so good. I really like them. He does have a little bit of back kibble here, but it's not bad at all. There's definitely been some worse culprits of back kibble. His head does go side to side, and it can go up and down a little bit, but it just kind of looks like his head is coming off of his neck. His shoulders do go 360. You have a little bit of added swivel here, which you can get a little bit more out of if these little bits are not on there. He does have a mid bicep swivel, and his hands are articulated, which is amazing. Was it the IDW, or no, the Leader Class Megatron did not have articulated hands, so this is pretty great. No waist articulation. He does have ratcheting hips here, ratcheting knees, and his feet do go up and down too. So you can get a good range of poses out of this guy, but this is not one of those figures you really need to get like super messed up poses. This is one of those figures that just looks cool just staying there. And he does have come with 2 guns, and both of them, you know, open up his hand. You know, just slide, slide it in there, like so. And he dropped both of them at the same time. You can't handle 2 guns at the same time. But yep, looks really badass. But there's one more thing his weapons do that I really enjoy. That, you know, not only is this a homage to IDW, but it was also a homage to animated and prime versions of Ultra Magnus. First, you gotta take his guns out, and first you take this gun like this. Let's move Magnus so you can see a little bit better. Take the guns and slide them together like that. Now, first you might think that's just a ultra big gun, but you take the rockets off of Magnus's shoulders and take them and put them here. Like so. And now you got a hammer. A kind of clunky looking hammer, but still it's a hammer. And just put it in Ultra Magnus in this hand, and there you go. That is awesome. Would have been nice if the top of the hammer could have filled out just a little bit more, but it seems like it was something that was thrown together last second, just like, hey, let's give him a hammer, because that's a thing now. Ultra Magnus always needs a hammer. But still really awesome. Now, one thing that some people might have a problem with this figure is the size, especially for a leader class figure. It's a little bit on the small side. That trend kind of started with Jetfire. But to get a good idea, here he is with Classics Voyager class Optimus Prime, and you can see, he's definitely taller than Voyager, but he's really just like, compared to some of the old, like Revenge of the Fallen leader class Optimus Prime, his head would probably be about here. So it's all personal preference. I think this scale looks nice with Voyager class. This leader class looks great with Voyager class figures, especially say the Classics Optimus Prime, which I still think this is the best Classics version of Optimus Prime we've had. The new Voyager I don't like at all. Yeah, but this guy, looks pretty accurate next to Voyager Prime here. All around, Combiner Wars Ultra Magnus is one of the most impressive figures from the Generation / Combiner Wars figures yet. Even though he's not technically a Combiner, he's still part of the line, and he is awesome. He's my favorite figure out of the Combiner Wars line so far, but there's still a lot more figures coming out this year, and I couldn't be any happier with this figure. He is a little bit on the small side especially for leader class. He's just a little bit taller than a Voyager class now, but I'm okay with that. He's still a great looking figure. I love the head sculpt. I love the detail in him. I love the inclusion of Minimus Ambus. And all around, it's just an amazing figure, and I definitely recommend all Transformer fans pick this guy up. Alright guys, you can follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/SSJAutobot. You can Instagram me too, SSJAutobot. And you can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/SSJ_Autobot, and I'll catch you next time.